to demonstrate a fifth exercise where I finger the interval of a fifth across two strings on the bass, which helps me practice getting a good hand structure with my left hand and spacing my fingers, so that my fingers are interval a whole step apart. But when I finger a fifth across two strings, I'm a whole step apart, but also creating a fifth by playing on adjacent strings. So I'll demonstrate. So if I put my first finger on C on the A string, and my fourth finger on G on the D string, that creates a perfect fifth. Those are 5 notes apart. Right? So same spacing as if I were to play C to D on the same string. Alright, that makes sense. So for this exercise, I'm basically playing a C scale, but playing a fifth above each scale note. So it will look like this and sound like this. I'm just doing 1 and 4 going up the string. So I play 1 on C, 4 on G, 1 on D on the A string, 4 on A. Now I shift to 1 on the E, the D string on E, B on the G string, F and C, G and D, A and E. Now if I keep going up the scale, I have B natural, which I'm going to play with the second finger, and then F natural is in the C scale, so this is going to be what's sometimes called a diminished fifth. So instead of like the 1 and 4 spacing that is like a whole step on the bass, we're going to do like a half step spacing, so 2 to 4. So that's the diminished fifth, sometimes called a tritone. We'll just resolve to E for now. So I'll demonstrate that again. 1 and 4 all the way until the very end. Alright. If I go down, I would do this. Something like that. So I'll just demonstrate going up and down one more time. And I think I'll take this a little slower because it's good to kind of take your time to make sure you get your things in tune. So I'll demonstrate and I'll just mention a couple more things. Purpose for doing this exercise is helping you learn how to adjust the spacing between your first and fourth finger as you shift into different positions on the bass, because the intervals between notes, the space between notes, changes depending on where you are on the fingerboard. So the higher in pitch your notes are, the closer together they're going to be. So playing a fifth from E to B here in first position is going to be a wider space between my fingers than playing the fifth between A and E up here in third position. So I have to know and get used to letting my fingers kind of come a little closer together as I move up the fingerboard towards the bridge. And as you move down, you have to kind of space your fingers a little wider. And so this exercise helps you kind of figure out how much to do that as you go up and down the fingerboard.